Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen. Oh, yes. Mighty Ilus, the mightiest of them all.
Mighty Isis. My powers of ore, which are exceptionally strong. Dishes fly in the box.
Okay, that's Mighty Isis, but I couldn't help it. I got a bunch of comments about it yesterday. They said that was followed up by Shazam. And I do remember that was a little kid when that show was on. But anyway, let's get into the important stuff. I do crap like this. All right, so J.P. Backwell actually did the Emerging Markets Conference, or Emerging Growth Conference. One of those emerging conferences. Anyway, he was on it. And he talked about everything Ilus for about 30 minutes, talked about the fact they're going to probably be looking at $45 million in revenue this year. And he said that's very conservative. Talked about the European deal, which is very important. Talked about the 7 different companies they now own and have acquired. And let's get into the European one, because I think this is probably the most important one.
In terms of the European acquisitions that we've spoken about for the shareholders that are with us, what I can say at the moment is that we're in the process of completing a first phase acquisition in Southeastern Europe. Unfortunately, I still can't say where it is, but it's, I suppose, fairly obvious. It's the acquisition of a 650,000 plus square foot manufacturing site. It's a large number of warehouses where we're going to focus really on manufacturing our commercial electric utility vehicles, as well as OEM component parts under contract for electric vehicle companies and suppliers to electric vehicle companies. We'll be starting with 75 staff, quickly scaling up to 150 staff in year 1, and then further scaling that up to 1,500 staff, possibly more, over 3 years. We're obtaining millions of dollars in government subsidies in this first phase acquisition, so it's obviously very important for us in terms of scaling up our manufacturing capability. There's a lot more that we're doing at that site than just the commercial electric utility vehicles. We'll be manufacturing some of the Vera drones there and some other technologies there too. So that's phase 1. We'll be announcing that in the next couple of days, possibly worst case weeks. The second phase acquisition is a privatization deal of a large government manufacturing facility in Southeastern Europe, and the facility currently manufactures military vehicles. We'll be adding to those production lines the manufacture of firefighting vehicles, of ambulances, specialized vehicle conversions, and then some of the own more innovative lightweight military transportation vehicles that we ourselves are developing. That deal will include manufacturing contracts of various types. I will simply say, for the emergency response industry at this stage, because that's where that's where the discussions have been taking place. And staff-wise, it'll be well over 1,500 staff.
Okay, so it sounds like that's coming pretty soon. They've been talking about a lot. I know the Rona has been playing a role in slowing this down, but it sounds like it's getting pretty close, and that's going to be significant. Could be a significant catalyst. We'll see. But now let's take a look at another acquisition.
We also have we're in the process of conducting due diligence on a acquisition that has revenues well in excess of $100 million. It's a large firefighting equipment distributor. It's a global name. We are a small company, and I can hear some brains spinning around just to say that this deal would be completed as part of an uplisting. I can't unfortunately say more than that at the moment, and we would announce it in conjunction with an uplisting. We wouldn't be able to announce it before then. So, however, I can say that we are conducting due diligence on that company.
All right. So there you're getting a pretty good understanding of the spinoff they're talking about, and NASDAQ and all of that. So this was pretty interesting. I watched it, and, he kind of did an overview of everything and talked about they did the $14 million in the first 11 months and the 7 acquisitions that they now have, and the $45 million conservative number they're talking about for this year. And I think they're probably going to exceed that. We'll see. But let's see what it did today. All right, as you can see, the stock actually, it went up. It actually hit 21 cents at one point, like we talked about it might do. And then it pulled back down, but it wound up about 5% for the day. And let me tell you something. Most of the small stocks, especially high growth stocks and all that, got hammered. And I had several of them, not this one. Ilus continues to go up. Ilus is like Shooter McGavin. Yep, it's pretty tough under pressure. Anyway, Shooter McGavin. But we'll see what happens. It'll probably, hopefully it'll pop up and hit back up in the 21, 22s again. Tomorrow, like I say, this was a really rough market. It was brutal. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, that European announcement coming up in the future, sounds like the near future could be a real nice catalyst. So, we'll watch and see. Now, remember, it's a penny stock. If you haven't taken profit and you had the opportunity, that's your decision. Don't be coming back and wearing me out about it. Message! That's right, message. Anyway, that's Ilus today, and it defied the market. It continues to do that. We'll keep an update. We'll keep you updated on it best we can. If you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the mighty Ilus. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.